Everybody, I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I am your host, Nika Simone. Welcome crazy. To the Nika Simone Show. I'm Nika Simone. To the 62 Diva from West Covina.
What up? Lights, camera, action. Welcome to the show. Couldn't leave it alone, cause you know the crew on. You know it don't stop. Keep grinding to the top. Soon as the beat drop, you know the crew gon' rock. Skills keeps it real. That's the word.
Brown look like an old black Chinese woman.
What up?
God damn it, who?
I can't even see it.
It's insane. The West is back.
There's not a better crew. Dream team of radio. Everybody down.
Been here, man.
That's all the water you get. We on a budget in this bitch.
Turn the keys on, let's make this thing go. I like to welcome y'all to the Nika Simone Show. Come on, Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on. Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on. Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on.
ESC and not Sports Center. Sexy chest.
Ebola sign. That's what it is. Ebola sign.
See you next week.
Nika Simone Show.
Nika Simone Show.
My hair back and forth. I will more.
I'm not.
Oh, look at the babies coming out of it. Oh, look at them.
Right.
Nasty. What?
So gross.
Babies.
Look at it. It's disgusting.
I don't want to.
I saw this on like some show I was watching the other day, and I thought it was disgusting, and I had to go find it.
That's nasty.
And I found it.
How did you find that? What did you type in?
Australian, because the dude, you can hear the accent. Australian spider.
That's not cute. It's really not cute.
Welcome to the Nika Simone
Well, thank
Show.
you. On that note.
On that note. welcome, Nika Simone Show. I'm Nika Simone, the 6'2" diva from West Covina. I feel like I can hear somebody outside
Me too.
talking.
Who is it?
Who is it? Oh, it was the video? I could have sworn I heard somebody say, talking about, she just played Whip My Hair. You didn't hear that? You damn right I played Whip My Hair. In the building we have Andrea 3 Stacks, my fam.
Holding it down once again.
Right,
Here
right.
I am. 3 stacks.
Did you get the video? Did you get the audio I just sent you from London, Chris? I just emailed it to you. Let me know when you pull it up. It's hilarious. London's on his way, you guys. He sent me a voice memo to let me know. Skills Hudson, he's out today. I don't. If we see him, we see him. If we don't, I don't know what to say.
If we see him.
Yeah, put your prayers out for Skills, man. We all go through something. So I haven't heard from him this week, but I know he's doing good, and pray for his family. He's going through some things right now. In the building, we have with me Pastor Michael Barrett.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
What is it? Is it Talking with the Barretts?
Talking with the Barretts, yes.
Another show on rmconair.com. When is it?
It's on Sunday evenings at 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
RMC Gospel.
On RMC Gospel
I
Channel.
don't know about that.
That's not us. We try our best not to slip up, but I'm the one who usually slips up. Thanks for joining us. You guys, Pastor Michael Barrett, we'll get into talking about it later, but I put on my an event this weekend called Stand Up in the Halls, because all youth are the future, and he was one of my motivational speakers this weekend. It was a great event. Kids was crying,
unforgettable.
Kids was laughing. He was a very powerful speaker. So
I missed yours, man. I missed yours, and I feel like, the pastor, I wanted to hear what you had to say, of all people.
Great story.
All right, so I'll catch you on church Sunday.
Dog. But I'm open. I go to all kinds of things.
She was like,
I'm Mexican.
She had to go there, preacher.
You know what I'm saying? By default.
Thanks for sitting in with us, though.
Oh, you
Much love to all, though, for real. I tolerate all religions. Like, we preach the same thing. It's all love.
Got you.
Not all of them is love, but
that's where they're rooted in. I don't know if they practice that, but that's the basis.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
supposed to be.
I played the spider video because my son calls me. I'm at work yesterday, and he calls me and he's like, "Mom, there's a big brown spider in my bathroom with yellow spots on the back." So, there's certain spiders you just know not supposed to be in the house. But I live by, a lot of trees, so I know how they, they come in the house, and it's been really hot the last couple of days out here in Cali. So I was like, well, kill it. And he was like, I'm not going to kill it. I said, so what are you calling me for? Like, what do you think I'm going to do for you over here at work? And it was just hilarious. So
He called you?
I had to show that video. Just like, that's why, don't kill it if it got a big ass hump on its back. Because that's what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness.
That was the creepiest thing ever. What would you do?
I mean, I usually, for spiders, if it's like a regular spider, I actually like get a piece of paper and I let him outside. Like, I don't kill him. Like, I don't know why I feel bad. But if it was like a nasty spider like that,
that was big.
I'd have to, I don't know, cry. Get a heel, like a stiletto, and kill it. I don't know.
I don't want to deal with the
That's gross.
spiders in other countries.
I hear horror
That big old elephant-looking spider that hangs on the elephants. I'm like, that can't be real. I want them to tell me that they're lying and that they've made up these creatures, but.
And they say like, there's flying cockroaches. I was like,
I seen those when I was in Mississippi.
I
When I went to school in Mississippi, I seen those.
don't want to know those. I don't want to know any of that.
It's funny story, true story. And I played basketball for the University of Southern Mississippi, and we had basketball practice around 5 in the morning. Some days will be 6. Some days will be an early day, and some days will be like 6:30ish or whatever. So on this particular day, I woke up late. I thought I had woke up late. So I didn't even brush my teeth. Just doing. If you've ever played college sports, if you're an athlete, you're not supposed to be late to practice. Period. Because not everybody's gonna run. It's just so. Anyways, trying to get over to the gym, speed up, pull into the parking spot, and then start running. For one, first off, I tripped off a sprinkler head, one of the long ones that's sticking up, and fell flat because I took off running fast. So boom, skidded. Why did I fall? And a layer of the flying cockroaches just sitting on the ground.
Ew.
Now they're all popping up as I was trying to jump up. Like, I just couldn't believe it. And what was hilarious is practice didn't start for another 30 minutes because it was 6:30. I thought it started at 6, but he switched it to 6:30. Why was some of my teammates there early just so they could nap before practice, and everybody got out the car and started laughing. It was hilarious. It was disgusting and hilarious at the same damn time.
Ew. I wouldn't even care about the laughs. I would just be like, this is nasty.
Right.
Wow.
Mississippi bugs, I'm telling you.
No, I'm straight on those. That's okay. It's really okay.
He said he's passing the light on Washington. This is London, you guys. I don't know what Washington is.
Tell him to stop texting us and just get here when he gets here, man. That's dangerous. Texting and driving.
Right.
It's like, what, 23 times more likely to get in an accident?
Is that what it is?
Something like that. I think it was a commercial.
I am a multitasker. I do my best work driving. It's ridiculous. I can put on a full face of makeup.
I would come out jacked up if I tried to do that, man. Eyeliner all over
all of it. I can do it. Don't let me hit some traffic. That's the only time I'm okay with hitting traffic is when I got to do a full face of makeup.
That's crazy.
In the car. But oh my goodness, last week I was thinking to myself, for my inner rantings and ravings. You guys, at any point in time, if you want to get in the conversation, give us a call, 323-965-1600. Join the conversation. We had some great calls last week.
We did, though.
We had a bunch of great calls last week.
That was fun.
But I was coming out of yoga class, and actually, I'm going to go further back.
Uh-oh.
A few months ago, my sister and I were going to Dollar Tree to get some snacks for the movies, right? Because you can get the same snacks at the Dollar Tree for $1 and not $5 at the theater. So we're gonna go get some snacks in the movie. So when we're walking into the Dollar Tree, there's already there's this black guy, out front holding a gas can, right? But he's not asking for gas money. He's just holding a gas can.
Right.
So I'm looking at him. I was like, this dude don't want no. He got some fresh cornrows in his head. I mean, fresh, greased up and everything.
Okay.
And he's looking like a bum, but he's holding the gas can. So I'm like, if you were out of gas and you needed gas, you wouldn't be at the Dollar Tree trying to get gas. So I know you don't want gas. You just want my money. Boom, I keep walking past you. Now we're in the snack aisle in the Dollar Tree. And this Hispanic young man comes up to us, and he's I haven't eaten in a few days, and I'm homeless, and I was wondering if I can get some money for some food to eat. And so I would look at him like, you haven't eaten in a few days? Because he doesn't look like he hasn't eaten in a few days, right? So you haven't eaten in a few days. And he's like, no, yeah, I'm falling on a hard time. I said, I understand. So my sister, Aunt Mo.
God.
I've given you money before.
She said that? She called him out?
Actually, and I've seen you multiple times around here. And so I looked at him like, ooh. Oh, so this is what you do, huh? This is what you. So he ends up backpedaling to run up out the store, right? Oh, so this is what you do, right? And I said, goodness gracious. I said, and as he's trying to run away, I said, at least switch up the spots. Like, don't go to the same spot. Because she said she gave him money at the Target, which is right next door.
Wow.
So now this is on one side of West Covina. That's on the Eastland side of West Covina. The other day now, I'm coming out of yoga. They built the new Target over there where off of Amar and Azusa, basically.
Oh, I think I know.
So they built a new Target over that way. And coming out of the Starbucks at the corner where everybody pulls in is the same Hispanic dude.
Bruh, you need to report him to the authorities. Snitch. Put him on Instagram. Be like, for shame. Doing it again.
Now he's holding a sign about how he's having a bad time, and he's holding luggage. And it's a whole story about, like, new in town. And I said, oh, my goodness. Occupation homeless. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, when I think about how it's so easy to say, I'm going to help the homeless. This is how I feel. Hear me out. Because of the fact that people will use people's kind hearts, and the fact that we feel guilty maybe because we're not going enough, or guilty because we don't help out our kids enough. So we're quick to pass out because we don't dedicate our time in other ways. So people feel like, okay, I give to the homeless. Where I look at, like, a lot of homeless know that you're going to do that. Like, I have homeless family members who are just fine with being homeless because they know they're going to get those hands out. I know people's hearts are like, let's come together, let's help the homeless. But, like, that's why I put together Stand Up in the Halls. Like, I'm not, this is going to be touchy. But when I look at homelessness, if it's not a mental disease as to why you're in the position that you are, we've all fell upon hard times, some harder than others. But when you get to a spot that you just choose to not try anymore, now why am I supposed to give you my hard-earned money?
You're not. I mean,
you know what I mean?
It gives them a bad name. That's, like, not everybody, but there are the swindlers. Like, don't be a menace. Like, you remember that scene where he's, like, begging for change, and then he, like, goes back to his bands, and he's like,
yes,
it is what it is, man. There are people like that, unfortunately. But not everybody's that way. I just wish there was a way, like, to be like, oh, I see you. Like, Like
Monique called dude out. I thought that was so classic. Why do I call myself the Nika Simone Show every day? Because there's always something that's going on every day that is considered a show. That seriously happened. Monique was like, I've given you money before, and I've seen
you just ran off. Like, what was his real reaction? Was he like, oh?
Yes, he kind of looked like, and I was like, and that's when I was like, dude, if you're gonna do it, then switch up spots. Well, I will give him credit on this because it wasn't at the same Target shopping center. It was a different Target shopping center. So at least he took my advice, but that's why I'm reluctant to give. I feel like every Friday and Saturday in West Covina, that's where I'm from, you will see them come out, and it's the same people. Every Friday, Saturday, they come out with their sign. This past weekend, it was Home Dude and his wife with the "We Haven't Worked." You know how many times I've seen you?
My mom called out a dude like that before. Outside of church, she got hot. Like, we just got out of church, and I was like, dang, you told him like that, Mom? Like, she's like, I saw you at the Target. Stop playing. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like swindlers outside of church.
Right.
Like, I guess, but dang.
How do you feel about it, Pastor Michael? I mean, being in the church, you know what I mean? I know some family members who's like, the church supposed to help, so I'm going to go get it from them. You know what I mean?
I totally get what you're saying, but you do have to have that discernment, like, he running game. You know, but then I've also found people that says, listen, it's not up to what they do, it's up to what you do. You know, so it's like a balance with both sides in the sense of you want to help, but then when you see somebody running game, it's like, I'd rather help somebody that's really struggling.
Of course.
That's not like using this as a hustle. You know what I mean? So that woman that might have that child with her, she really may be home and really may be in need, but that other individual may be playing that hustle game. So you have to take some steps back and say, you know what, he's running game. You know, and based on that, sometimes I've just, no thank you, because I know it's just game. You know, I don't want to feed an addiction.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do want to feed your stomach.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to have that, I call it discernment and balance to know, you know, who's running game. I had an opportunity, I was at the gas station, and a white guy, short white guy, he pulls up right over there on Arlington and Washington.
Okay.
And he's over there at the gas station. He says, excuse me, can you help me get some gas? So I look at him, white guy, maybe he just, okay, here. And I left. Surely about 2 days later, I see him getting off the bus with the gas can, going to the same gas station. But based on his appearance, he played me. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Right.
that was his hustle. So now when I see him, I just keep going.
Yeah.
Got me once, I'm not gonna let you get me again.
London just joining us in the
Shiesty,
building.
man. Shiesty.
London Brown is joining us. I was telling your video was hilarious. Did you pull it up? Did you pull it up, Chris? Let's listen to London's video.
Oh, no.
Oh, well then never mind. It wasn't working. It was hilarious. I was telling him that you left me a voice memo.
I had a feeling he's gonna play that. I said, I wonder if she's gonna play that.
Can I put it on the mic? Would it play on my mic?
Nika, don't panic. I am on the way. I'm smashing out. I got up late on the last show, but I am en route pushing.
Chappelle got this joke about those kind of calls, like about 911 calls.
Don't panic.
And I can't remember the premise, but it's just kind of like saying the same thing. Like sometimes you'll say some interesting stuff when somebody got a gun to your head, but you don't want that to be the last message that people hear of you, you know, saying some wild stuff. But
Thanks for letting us know.
Be safe, man.
yes, I need to be safe.
That's all
I am
we
safe.
ask.
God is good.
No texting, driving, no calling. Like, you get here when you get here. It's safe.
That's why I said, I actually started trying to use that voice memo thing just within the past couple months, probably the past month, just trying to cut back on the texting, because we should not text and drive.
Oh,
folks.
We
that's
should do the
true.
chirp.
Not text and drive.
Nextel chirp.
I'm so damn goofy. It'd be worse for me trying to do the voice memo.
Oh, really?
You're like, hey!
That's the thing that's gonna make me skirt. Yeah, for real. Thanks for joining us though. I was just talking about like how I feel like occupation homeless, like how people will use the idea of being homeless to for their financial gain and being taken advantage of. And I feel like I want to give my time and my effort into things that I feel like will help people out of their situation. Whereas I feel like helping the homeless, I'm glad there's people that do it, but I just feel like someone told me basically off of me having how the devil will come in so quick. You know, this weekend we did the stand up in the halls, and someone basically told me, like, I feel like you did that for yourself. I feel like people that
Wait, for yourself?
Wow.
I feel like
what?
This is what he tells me.
Who told you this?
Don't even worry about it.
She got some hate.
You know what?
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
This is what he says. So I feel like people
can't.
that try to help out. First off, this is how he feels about the kids. Anyways, they're a waste. It's too late for them.
What?
So
Who is? I don't like
I appreciate
pessimistic people
you have
like
a
that.
great heart, but I feel like you wasted your time. And I feel like people that help out these type of people just do it for themselves to make themselves feel better, because they're done basically. And I felt to myself, I said, well, you know what? He's all if you really want to get to, can you agree with me that if you really want to get to a person, you got to get to them young? Very much so. But when you don't get to them at 5, you got to get to them by 10. And if you don't get to them by 10, you got to get to them by 15. And so on and so forth until adulthood. Now, come on, man, I helped you out too much. When are you going to take responsibility? But in the meantime, this was a passion that I felt like if it took someone to get me to see something, to make me want to do better with myself, why wouldn't it be somebody else? When all we're thirsting for is that one person that just ticks on that light bulb that makes me want to try harder. So when I felt like he said, you giving for yourself, I felt like, it's easy to get to the kids that are 5 years old and 3. These ones aren't easy, so I don't want the easy one. I don't want the easy ones. I want to do this. I'm all just like giving to homeless. To me is easy. When you have someone who's chosen for whatever reasons how they got there, but they stayed there. So now me giving is not helping the situation. Where me giving to these kids, these kids are still talking about y'all today. Still talking about y'all today.
And he's saying that there's no impact. That's ridiculous. And people can change at any point in time. You could be 50 and change your life around. Like, I just think that's so ignorant.
So that's what I've thought about. I was like, because of the homelessness for hire, I was thinking about the people in my city who every Friday, Saturday, you see them on different corners. They alternate corners, and it's the same people, the same get up, the same story.
It's a shame.
That's why you give homelessness a bad name. What factors do you consider when it comes to donating your time or donating your money?
For me, I have to be involved in things that move me emotionally on some sort of level. Even with the way I deal with homeless people, I grew up around I grew up around dealing with people who were in rehab. So from drugs, alcohol, jail. So, and the way I function is who are we without titles? And that's who I like to meet and talk to and connect to, is after all the titles are stripped down, people are just people. So, I mean, I've had my encounters with the homeless before. I've given some change, and he took the silver and gave me back the pennies, and that was my own little lesson. I said, I won't, and I just thought, I was like, whoa, right on Crenshaw and Rosecrans, just shifted through and just handed it back. So now,
right,
so what I've decided, but also there is one thing that I thought about, which is one of the reasons if I do give any money is I'm not giving the money so much because they're asking, but more so because I'm grateful it's not me. And so that's just my own personal take. And sometimes, like I said, I won't give them money. If I don't, sometimes my excuse is if I come out the gas, I say, I got a card. I'm sorry, I got a card. But I have bought a meal, which is on my Instagram.
Right here. How much
now,
you gonna put on it?
if they come out now, now we know it's a hustle. If they come out their basket and pull out a Visa swipe, I'm like, but I have bought meals. It's on my Instagram, and I bought some people some food, but it's just really, sometimes it's out of our control what it is they do. My job, how I approach it is to say, hey, I'm just doing my part. Now, if you dishonest, that's between you and God. I'm good on my conscience with it.
Yeah.
But because people are so, it's so funny style. They so
right.
And like you said, some of them do choose to in their addiction and
addiction or whatever the case. Like I said, we all fall upon hard time. There's been times where it's kind of like, okay, I don't know what we're gonna do, but you make it through. Like, I don't want to be homeless. And like for my uncles, I have 2 uncles right now, both in their 60s. That's just, it's always been tough for them their whole lives. And I'm like, and this is where you just settle? You fine with just packing up your pack to leave the shelter every morning, and then you got to be back by, that's you okay, and you at the park drinking and smoking all day with the money that you got. Anyway, we need to go on a break, you guys. How do you feel about this homeless for hire stuff, and does it, affect how you give your time and charity work? We'll be right back. Nika Simone Show.
The nine know me like a vodka. One shot of Italian noodle in the pasta. I'm a Puerto Rican mixed up with a Rasta. And only real niggas on my roster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's half. 10 deep ENT. Hop, what up? Keep, I see you. They say do it for the gram. I ain't gon' do it. Ever since young, a nigga always went through it. Father wasn't there, my mother always getting high. Grandmother struggled just to keep a young nigga fly. I took the shit into my own hands. Started out 4 grams of that low hand. God dealt me the cards, I play my own hand. Try me and niggas through your window like bro, man. Money be the roots of all evil, so get your weight up. These niggas bitches easy to score, like a layup. Niggas throw subs on the gram, but don't at me. Fuck a Grammy, nigga, I do this for my family. My brother in the jam facing 2 cousins P.O. Scared to put a nigga in the game like I'm D-Rose. Money bags under my eyes, no time to sleep. I spent that 20K and made the shit back in a week, nigga. The nine know me like a vodka. One shot of Italian noodle in the pasta. I'm a Puerto Rican mixed up with a Rasta. And only real niggas on my roster. Whoa, put my connect up on his feet. 80 bands, I used to move that every week. Niggas still nickel and dime, that shit weak. BQE, I'm switching lanes, hit perfections for a freak, nigga. When it comes to the money, I don't play round. I was calling for them birds like 8-Town. A nigga try and rob me, getting laid down. Had the deuce, I upgraded to the trade pound. I used to fuck bitches in the rental. LES breed, I was raised in the ghetto. Smith P's where I came from, keep it 100. I could teach you bitches how to ball, Pat Summit. I played for the green, I'm number 1. Mike Vick, Ray Allen from the line, nigga, I don't miss. I'm putting in work like Tommy with no job. Got a ratchet bitch named Keisha with the nose job. Always had hoes, so fuck is y'all telling me? Bitches in and out of the crib, Bill Bellamy. Grands for a dime, had the hood in a frenzy. 160-year-old nigga, I'm not stingy. I'm shooting 40 cal, feel like I got 40 rounds. I am the father, you my son, I feel like Maury now. You hating niggas need some pussy, get your shorty round. Shoot him like a buzzer beater, feel like Robert Horry now. I might take a selfie with your bitch. Way before a check, I been rich. 40 on me, but I ain't Sean Kemp. And won't miss, I'm Reggie Miller with the grip. 40 on me, but I ain't Sean Kemp. And won't miss, I'm Reggie Miller with the grip. 40 on me, but I ain't Sean Kemp. And won't miss, I'm Reggie Miller with the grip.
Trying to make some videos. That was Hugh Hef, you guys. We're back. The Nika Simone Show. If you remember that we played that video last week, go ahead and follow I Hate Hugh. I Hate Hef. I Hate Hef. That's his Instagram if you like his music, and check him out. We're back, man, talking about this homeless for hire stuff and what factors in when we donate our time to things. I was thinking of even me, doing what I did and not knowing how to even start. Like, am I supposed to pay people to do this? How am I supposed to do this and do that? And no one, I made the email, clear about donating the time, your time and our talent. And, still I had a couple people that was just like, what's the pay? I want to do it, but what's the pay? And then, for
the thing we just did,
Saturday? Yeah. And I felt like, again, what factors in
your time, bro? Like,
factors in when you want to donate your time and whatever. Why do you think people offer to give up their time or talent?
I do because if I volunteer, it's for something I believe in. Like, I do a lot of stuff for kids because, not everybody was blessed with the same childhood that I had. And I came from a good family and a good home. I had, the best childhood ever. So, I love kids, and that's just always something that's close to my heart. So I do like doing things like that. And I like donating to, diseases, finding cures for diseases, especially, if family members I know have something. Then I feel like, it's something close to my heart. So things like that, I definitely give my time or money to.
Yeah.
Or I'll do, walks, things like that. But I never expect anything in return. I don't know why people always do that. You need to be compensated?
Because I felt like, what do you think, Pastor? When you get to this level, when I think, okay, I would have loved to have Mike Epps come through. I feel like Mike Epps is such a genuine person that when you see Mike Epps, just like, I mean, they were still talking about London today. They was doing your dance for the
Oh my God.
for the game, the Chico stick. We were talking about Chico sticks today, but you know what I'm saying? To make it, we were talking about Chico sticks today.
Bro, that was hilarious. The gang, he was a thug.
And not to cut the pastor off, but that is part of that very thing is why I like to be involved or volunteer my times, because of that impact that happens, where it's not so much that is more important to me than the money that I'm gonna get off of those shoes, because that's way more long lasting, and that's why I tell people about, even as far as reaching success and getting ahead, there's something. Or I remember I had a conversation this week with one of my friends who was going through some stuff, and they weren't really cool with opening up about it.
Yeah.
But there's something redemptive about going through the situation and then being able to not forget about it, but when you begin to share the story, and then people are able to be redeemed from the story, that in return is also a way to heal yourself.
Yeah.
And so when the kids, because that's the thing, there's so many people, I don't know who the guy was, but there's so many people in those young people's lives who feel the way they do. That's what they don't need.
Yeah.
They need people
He
that
said he used to
still
work
believe.
where I work. He said he used to work there, and he still. Oh, this is the sad thing, because he could be watching. They said they watched my show, and I was like, it's not like I didn't express how I felt when we had this conversation, and the conversation came based out of 2 minutes of a conversation he claims he had with my sister. My sister relayed the information back to me, and he just happened to be there. So to me, he was like, well, that was only 2 minutes of a conversation. I said, well, in 2 minutes of a conversation, that is what I got from you.
Damn.
It's a negative response, and I'm glad that you're no longer working there, feeling the way you feel.
real.
But on top of that, he's a cop today. And it made me think, with the things that are going on today, like, I try to be on the law enforcement side because you know where I work. And then here is someone, not a white man, you know what I'm saying? But to say this of our own youth, and you're a cop,
That's so
that's
disheartening.
that mentality is what I'm saying. Where are you stationed at right now? You know what I mean? When with your story, I mean, just hearing talking about the give back, I don't know, what was it for you that helped you turn around? If you want to give us a little piece of your story, let us know what happened with you, Pastor.
You know, for me, when you called and sent the message, it was like a call to duty. You know, I've sat in their seat. I've walked in their shoes. So for me to give back, it wasn't a question about, well, how much are we going to get paid? And it's sad, a lot of times people do tend to say, well, what's in it for me? I've learned that when you bless somebody, the blessing comes back to you. When you don't, look for the blessing. So it will come back in so many different ways versus, well, I'll do it if I can get this out of it.
Right.
You know, versus, you know what? I'm compelled to do this because I want to give back. And in that type of action and that type of pure motive, when it's time for you to be blessed, you'll be like, wow, where did this blessing come from?
Yes.
But you've been putting out so much good,
into the
you're
universe.
due some good to come back.
Right.
And I believe that if we adapt to that mindset, it's like you feel like better instead of trying to just always reap. You know what I mean? And I just totally disagree with his mindset in a sense of me being in their situation so many years ago. A lot of COs in the institution would tell you, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You know, I know I'm here and I messed up. So the last thing I need you to tell me is to drill that in. You need to tell me something that's going to take me out of the condition of my mind frame, and that's what we need. So you have someone like yourself that'll come along and pour some good, but you have the advocate that'll pour some bad and try to keep you oppressed and keep you down. But to that individual, I say, like I said before, just step aside and watch the progress, you know. And to the youth, you know, be encouraged, because you're not going to stay down forever. You know, I'm a product of that environment, but I'm also a product of what God is able to do when you just surrender your life. You know, I was telling my students at the school I speak to in Compton, I said, you kept reiterating 91st and Fig. I'll never forget that, because what you were basically saying was, this is where I grew up, but this is not where I'm at. You know, my mind always took me outside of that environment. And when you kept saying that, you showed a progress. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you letting somebody know it's not where you at.
Yeah.
Physically, it's where you at here. Because this can take you anywhere.
Yeah.
True.
But see, that's why
true.
That's why I was telling Nika, because she, you know, she sent a text and, you know, said thank you. But I really was grateful that, or I should tell you that I'm really grateful that you called me to do it, because that's always been my mission, which is I'm very, very dedicated to going back, because I was telling, I think, Chris Sneed, that no one told me elementary, like there were like 5 like basic things to be, which was, you know, teacher, lawyer, doctor, fireman, sports, right? But no one told me that I could, you know, maybe be an artist for Disney or be a writer on my favorite cartoon show I like or draw for them. And so for me, I had to keep reiterating 91st Street so that they know this isn't, it's about those choices and what we want to focus on, as opposed to, you know, because sometimes they feel like it's some kind of like Aristotelian idea of something, which is like, you know, to actually be something, you gotta only grow up in this type of neighborhood or go to these type of schools and have both parents and all that kind of stuff, man, where it's really just about where do we want to put our focus and energy, because that's what will produce out of that. And even from 91st, I stay next door to some Crips, 5 houses down from another set of Crips. It's about focus. And mind you, my mother had a grandmother. You saw that they knew what
you was talking about too.
Say it again?
I saw some of them shaking their head,
was like,
agreeing with another you know, minor in there with him, because he did have to cross over all these different places. When you were explaining like your walk to school,
it was crazy.
Like, oh shit.
But I had a praying mother. I can't even negate that idea. I know. I remember when I was 10, she prayed that God would keep me so busy I wouldn't get caught up in games. And people, you know, to this day, I've been busy ever since. But all of that, man, just a matter of what we, you know, it's choices.
I posted a good meme today that I seen on, I think it was Pink magazine or whatever, but it was saying like we don't make our future. Our habits determine our future.
Wow.
Yeah. That's real.
Our habits determine our future. That's basically what it was saying, and I was just like, I mean, that makes so much sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
So our habits, it's not that we make our future. We can dream a future. Our habits make the future.
Our habits, absolutely. That's why I be saying.
What future you want?
I tell people a lot of times, like, they always see me hashtagging focus, and you know, I'm always saying focus, because I really believe words are very powerful. So I have to speak that over myself, so that even when I'm not focused, I'm still focused. And then, or even, and then the way people deal with me is in a very focused manner. And you know, but like you said, it's in our habits. We got to really condition ourselves. Like, yo, you know, like you said, those habits. If we want to really have a healthier life, we got to get to the habit of eating better. And you know, it's a discipline. Because if everybody could do it, then everybody be, you know, on top. But it's a struggle.
Yeah, affirmations for sure. You got to tell yourself things. Like, focus, honestly. Because when you're not, you're like, no, I'm focused, and then it's just ingrained in you that you really are.
Yes.
Dude, thoughts are so powerful. It's no joke. You just speak things into existence. I do it all the time.
That's
it
true.
creeps me. It creeps me
I
out
do it all the
sometimes.
time.
No, it creeps
the
me
craft.
out. Like, I'll say something and then I'm like, oh, like I haven't been to a concert in a minute. Oh, Kendrick Lamar's here. Oh, cool. Like, just weird stuff. It's always a blessing.
It's funny to have you. What was that? What's it called? That book. Anyway, when you keep talking about The Secret, is that what it's called? The universe is everything, which I just in turn make it God. But like you said, throwing out the positive things. When you throw out the positive things, we're so quick. We're so quick to. And I'm very negative on myself. I'm very.
Do not.
I'm just.
Love yourself.
That's everything. I'm just tedious about everything and want to do well. But when you throw out the, hey, I remember my friend made me realize it. She's like, you said I want to see. One day we were driving home and I was like, I would love to see Bruno Mars live, but I don't want to go to a concert. I want to see him like in a close setting. And like a couple weeks later, my sister got tickets to go see him at Jimmy Kimmel. We were right there in the front row. And she was like, remember you said this. Remember you said this. And here we are together.
Speak it into existence.
You guys, we got a caller calling in. Thanks for calling the Nika Simone Show. Who we speaking with?
Hey, it's Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee. Where are you?
Oh my God, I had trouble with the slideshows, and but I fixed it, and I'm so like I wanted them to have something, you know. We have to show them something.
Okay.
I was excited.
So
But I'm exiting in about 5 minutes, but I figured I should call you guys since I never call you guys.
Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. We were just talking. We were just talking about donating. What would you donate your time or talent to? What factors do you consider when you donate your time?
So to who and what factors?
Yeah, what factors?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Marinate on that. Marinate on that.
Yeah, that's a good.
She said, that's a good question. How about I answer when I come in?
Yeah, she's driving. Be safe.
Yes, Kay. Get here safely, silly.
All right, I'll think about the question as I drive.
I know. I get it. Wink, wink. Bye.
All right, love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you.
Bye. That's some funny stuff. But no, you guys made such an impact. Again, they're still talking about it. I mean, like I said, I told you today, a few of the kids asked about your book, and they've been asking me all week, like, Miss, what happened? And they're naming it. What happened to Choices? Like, are we going to get a copy of Choices? So that's how I know it wasn't for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It definitely wasn't.
I'm always, oh my gosh, I can't remember the scripture, but I'm always checking my spirit. I'm always making sure, why am I doing something? To make sure that I'm not trying to do it for personal gain. So when somebody throws it out, that's how the devil know how to mess with you, because he knows what your weaknesses are. So that's how he threw it at me. Like, you did this for yourself. And I was thinking to myself, I mean, I came out of my pocket, money-wise that, was hard to give up, but I did it. I wanted to do this, and even thought to myself, okay, if I get this much money to do this, I can go buy each and every one of these kids a deodorant. Like, it isn't for me. You know what I mean?
People steal your joy. Like, I hate when people be trying to bring me down. I'm like,
that's right.
If you agree with it, then that's when you feel badly. But if you don't, then you just brush them off.
Before we go to break, Pastor, let us know what about the book that the kids is asking us about.
The book is called Choices. It's about my life story, from the streets to the feds to the pulpit. It can be ordered at kingdomtainment.com. It's my life story, and one thing about me, even as a pastor today, I'm transparent. I let you know that I wasn't always who I am now. God had to take me from the dirt, and he had to clean me up, and he had to take me through a journey. But my experience through life allows me to pour back into the youth, into somebody that has been in prison, into somebody that's caught up in the streets, into somebody that's on the corner of 91st and Fig, caught up in the life. I can relate because I've been there. So I'm not the type of preacher that preaches from something that I haven't lived. I've lived a certain lifestyle, and now that I see it for what it really is, I'm exposing it and saying, listen, you don't have to go down that path, because what happens is it's a false reality, and everybody takes the bait of what they think is the reality, only to realize later on that it's a false reality. So going into the juvenile facility and handing this book to the youth was my dream coming true. When I sat in my prison cell, and I said, when I get out, I'm going to have the opportunity to speak into the lives of the youth. So the Bible says, speak those things that's not as though they were. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I did, because I saw myself one day coming out of my condition, standing in front of people and being able to say, hey, I went through that so I could be a testimony that you shouldn't have to go through it. And that's what it's about. So we giving back of what our trials and our tribulations have been, and we pouring into somebody's life, and that pouring into it becomes that water that they really need to nourish the growth that's destined to come out of them and manifest.
Somebody's life, not everybody. It could be everybody, but everybody is stubborn. So it's there for somebody's life. If not but one, and that's all I could say to dudes. As long as one of them broke down and cried. He broke down, cried hard.
That's right.
So if it ain't but him, and maybe even if it ain't him, if it was somebody that saw that kid broke down, who was afraid to break down, and it was him that touched, somebody saw it that day. You guys, we got to take a break. We'll be right back to Nika Simone Show. We do got a caller, but please hold on. We need to take a break. Thanks. We'll be right back. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see London? We're back, the Nika Simone Show.
Go scroll to
We're back, the Nika Simone Show. One of our own fam is making it big time. We had to play that, man. There he is. Let's see him one more again, because I watched it like 100 times.
You're like, there he is.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm so excited for you, London.
Me too. That's amazing.
Like, I had chills the first time I watched it because I was like, this is big time.
This is huge.
And you just messing it up. You guys, go check out the HBO trailer for Ballers, man, coming out June 11th. Look, I already know. I'm ready to
What was it, 21st?
Is it the 21st? Where did I see the 11th? Oh, something else is on the 11th. Maybe that's May 11th. I'm sorry, June 21st. Let's do it. London, how you feel?
You know, it's humbling, and yet I'm not surprised at all. And I say that with all humility, or in addition to that, it's just because I had set out to do this very strategically. This wasn't there was no luck, there was none of that. This was the plan. The plan was to be very progressive in the steps that I take. But that's why I'm so big on pushing everyone to find their passion, their thing, because your life changes. And I know that since doing stand-up, the things that have been happening, you have to understand that there are things that are already they're already set for us, but it's a matter of us getting in line with that and with him. And once we begin to walk what we're supposed to, the thing's already there.
Yeah,
it'd be
you just gotta run into him
just over here and. But once we get lined up, the stuff is already there. So, I mean, I'm not even surprised. This was exactly what I had set out to do, for sure.
I'm excited for you.
That's why it's so important to get back to those kids and let them know, oh my God, I'm not the only one who can do this, or we're not the only ones like this.
First and fifth.
You guys can do this. So, I know we got to call.
They hung up. I'm sorry. We're trying to run the show conductively. If it was Big Boy, you'd hold on. Follow him now on Real 92.
Yeah, man.
Right? Because I know I'd be on hold and mad when they hang up.
I'd be like holding for like 20 minutes.
They'd be like, hold on. I'd be like, okay.
Straight, like run up my bill.
Let me just wait. I'm just going to wait 30 minutes and it'd be like, boo, boo, boo. If you would like to make a call.
You're like, oh my God.
They've never answered. They just left me on hold every time. But I'm sorry, you guys. Give us a call right back. We're ready for you now. But that's an awesome thing. It's something. Actually, here they go right there.
Hey.
The Nika Simone Show. Is it? Don't cuss me out don't cuss me out though. It's the Nika Simone Show. Who we speaking with?
Hello, this is Lakeisha Barrett, Pastor Barrett's wife.
Oh, hi.
She wasn't cussing nobody out. That's why. Stop playing.
It's Pastor Barrett's wife. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You have an amazing husband. He came and touched these kids' lives this past weekend.
Well, thank you. I would like to extend a thank you to you for choosing him to come out on this Saturday. He's been giving his testimony at church and came home and was very excited about working with the youth. And the youth is his passion. So, and as the young man said earlier about how he's not boasting, but he's being humble in regards to his music. God has a way of putting everything and everyone in line just exactly the way he needs for it to happen. And so him coming to speak on your behalf was no accident. It was definitely ordained by God way before Saturday even came about. So we're just grateful that you decided to step out and to take time out with the kids. And in regards to the person that is saying that you did it for yourself, what better way to express your love and gratification for yourself than to give back not only to your job but to the youth. So I just encourage you to keep making people laugh, to keep giving to the children. It's easy for you to go to work and leave and forget about them, but for you to go to work and to and think about them and put together a program for them. I thank you and I commend you, and I definitely thank you for inviting my husband.
No, it was wonderful. It came out. Y'all was so good. Like, I feel like every time I do it, that's the group I want. I mean, if we can just tone down Slink.
Good luck with that.
Johnson went in, but it was all good. I seriously, like, my supervisor came up to me and he was like, you know, the message is what it is. You know, sometimes you got to get on a level for them to hear the message. And the things that they remembered was, you know, choices. They remembered 91st and Fig. They remembered Slink. But again, these were faces that came from where where they're at now. You know, they knew where you guys were from. They knew the area. So sometimes I feel like even for us to have a bigger impact, you have to know where these people are coming from. You have to know where they come from for them to believe it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you for coming out, and definitely I'm looking forward to meeting you, Mrs. Barrett.
That's a funny moment.
Thanks for calling in. Do you have anything that you want to say?
You're very welcome.
You want to say anything to your husband, or he's like, hey, I'll see you when I get home?
No, I just tell him, you know, I'm proud of him. I love you, and I'm glad that you made the right choice by, you know, allowing God to use you, and this is just the beginning.
Yes.
And to all of you, you know, keep up the good work, and I believe that it's just the beginning for you all as well, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, Ms. Tina.
Yes.
Right.
Thanks for calling so much.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Man, it was great. Yeah. Thanks for calling. No, it was impactful. We got pictures of London in the whatchamacallit.
What did you pull up, Chris?
What Chris pulled up.
No, that's good. But see, again, that's why.
Yeah.
You put that. Something better.
He's partying for real.
Yeah, this was a scene I was partying. I was partying, and you know, all that kind of stuff. It's a little embarrassing. But.
Those who've been with us, London had to take a hiatus for a few months, and basically we couldn't say anything because when you're big time, then you can't speak up on it. Right? You can't speak up. Pastor Michael Barrett, he gonna come back later and tell us the big time stuff he doing right now. He can't talk about. That's how you know it's big time. But this is what he was doing, you guys, and as you can see, this is big. This is HBO. This is The Rock. Anything that they put this type of effort. Did you see that promo? Did you see that trailer?
Yeah. Come on now.
I got goosebumps. Like, I know that guy.
That's crazy.
And that's why more than just the success just of me just wanting to be successful, but that's what I'm really waiting on is when, let's just say the show, you know, God willing, does very well. Then when I go back, it's a bigger impact. Because right now, they're respectful, and we have a common ground of just, this is what I mean, just without the titles. They're able just to kind of connect to what is real. So then on top of that, when you add some sort of familiarity to that, or to this, them being able to see someone that they think is so far to be right there, I'm like, I can't wait to inspire people.
That's the best part about it.
On the phone that my talk with God was that if he gave me the part, I would be sure to tell people how I got it. And so when this opportunity came up, I knew, I mean, this was exactly what I asked for, was to do this. And I do another event in San Diego in mid-May, but it's the same thing where I said, I can't wait to tell people, man, about not so much getting on the project, but just my story.
Yeah.
To them. So I'm like, we got to save as many young people as possible.
Right. For real. Because and they can be saved. That's just the thing. Right. Man, but Andrea got to get up out of here. She got a
friend's
event to go to.
Yeah.
If it's a date, Andrea, just tell us it's a date. Go, Andrea, we're not gonna judge you.
What's I going at 11 o'clock at night?
Come on, somebody, talk to me.
Oh no. Date.
Little nightcap.
Okay.
Definitely not.
What's going on in our hip hop talk this week, Andre, before you get up out of here?
All right. Okay, so recently.
She's blushing. It is a date.
It's legit not a date. It's totally not. It's like 4 minutes from my house. It's kind of perfect.
Even better. You ain't got that far to go.
No, it's the homie's birthday, I swear. I'll have to Instagram it for you to believe it.
Yes.
Okay, so anyways, you're silly. Young Thug recently had a show in Louisiana.
Oh, wait.
Where Lil Wayne is from.
He right.
So of course the crowd chose Lil Wayne's side. They started booing at Young Thug. They started chanting Wayne. They started chanting Holly. Where's he from? Holly Grove?
Yeah.
Holly Grove?
Oh, he does say that in the song.
Got real.
It got all the way real. He was taken aback. He wasn't ready, but he just laughed it off.
Wait, this is Young Thug's concert?
Young Thug's concert.
Young Thug's concert in Louisiana.
Where Wayne is from.
Oh, okay.
So they started saying Wayne,
ground.
Holly Grove, and then they started the FUs and all of that. It was getting really dramatic. It was not a good look.
Was it a free concert? Because they paid money to go do this?
They were
Yeah,
there.
I guess
the fans.
I guess they paid money to go to dog them out, I guess.
Right? Like,
That's
who does that? But it started getting pretty real.
Okay.
And of course, they've been having beef. Young Thug was trying to name his album Carter 6, which is super disrespectful to Wayne, who has Carter 5 on the way and still has not been released. He had to change it to Barter 6, which is stupid, but for legal reasons, it was Barter 6. And then Wayne has been making fun of him because his album covers him naked and it's very sus. So
disgusting.
Yeah, they've been going at it. And I mean, Wayne, unfortunately, his bus was shot up in Atlanta a few days after this happened. Atlanta's where Young Thug is from.
Whoa, okay.
So
now it's coming
people
together.
are speculating
now it's coming together. Okay.
it had to do, Young Thug was involved with that some way. We don't know. That's what people are saying.
Oh my God.
It's getting very real.
There's really a beef between these two?
That's what they're saying. I mean,
are they fighting over Baby? Are they fighting over him?
Cash money drama. Because, they wouldn't drop Wayne's and then, he's more supportive of Young Thug, Birdman is. So, I mean, it's a mess.
They seem like two women fighting over a dude. Like, I got him now.
It's pretty wild.
I don't understand what's going on. Young Thug been cutting up anyways. I mean, he been cutting up anyways. If you've been hearing like in the tab, what blogs? What do you say?
Yeah.
He's getting kicked out of clubs and stuff from what I've been hearing. So I know somebody that knows somebody.
It was not tight. Nobody really liked it like that. So I mean, but my question is, do you think that this beef is going to get even more violent down the line? Is this something we need to be concerned about? Like, is it serious now?
It's the beefs today are just not. They're also not how they used to be. Like, we talk about them early '90s when I remember Cube and DJ Quick, they were saying names, very grown about this. So now it's just kind of weird because the guy, I'm like,
they acting like women.
I don't know. It's just kind of like, what are we doing?
It. You don't have to say it because you're a man, but I'll say it.
I'm like, yo, just get your money and.
I'm with him now.
I don't know. It's just a little bit.
I feel like for Wayne to even entertain it is just being immature. Because I mean, you got to figure as well. He's also a part of setting a stigma of what rap life is about, and being that Young Thug is young. These are people that they look up to and see, and they're just out just acting a fool. When honestly, it doesn't have to be this way. This is what you birthed it, and now this is how it's growing up.
Yeah.
Beef? Yeah. What is y'all genuine beef from? Because beef's supposed to come from somewhere deep, like you killed my daddy's brother type deal, right?
Yeah.
Not because baby's helping you more. Baby's helping you more with your album than mine.
Yeah, I'm like, well, if it's not serious beef, then just keep it on waxing and.
Yeah. Real. Get your money and keep it moving. Yeah. There's so much money to make because people's willing to find jobs and hustle other ways to buy whatever it is that you're putting out. So just make your money and keep your lives. Stop. It's not about. Stay in your own lane about it, Wayne. Goodness gracious, I like you. I'm not waiting for your album to come out, but I like you. I hope you come out.
I'm not checking for either of their albums. To be real, I'm just like.
I still bump the Young Thug low key. I like that. I like it.
It is for what it is. If you're trying to, it's just for that energy of what that is. Maybe getting ready to go to the club or coming back from the club.
Right.
But
coming to the studio.
It's something like that.
I don't know what he be saying. I be trying so hard.
Are you taking sides on this?
This sound like Nika.
Wayne or Young Thug? Whose side are you taking?
You know what? I can appreciate.
Whoever got the most security.
Oh, come on, somebody. Talk to me.
Obviously, if y'all acting like this. Is it you, Wayne? I'm riding with you, bro. Just let me get to the car. Who you rolling with, London?
You know what? I might have to go with Wayne because I did like the Sorry for the Wait 4 that he did.
The what?
The Sorry for the Wait, his mixtape.
Skills was saying that was hard.
I liked it. That's the way I've been waiting to hear. But I like the young, all of that, whatever that is. Love it. I like all of that. I'll be cool with that. I like that. I'll be good with that.
I'm on the top of the mountain puffing on clouds and niggas still beginning. Remember that episode we did when we were doing
yeah.
I had to learn it. That was the song I chose when we did Is There Still a Message in Rap? And I understood what he said right there. I'm at the top of the mountain puffing on clouds. So he's smoking weed wherever he's at, but y'all still beginning. It could have been a whole bunch of different. It could have been like, I'm already high and y'all just barely getting here. It could have been like, y'all still trying to get where I'm at and look where I'm at. It was all I was like, okay, I guess there's a message in that little piece of what he said. All right, Young Thug, I got you. But I'm still rolling with Wayne, 'cause I know he got more security.
He's more established.
Andrea got to get up out of here, man. Thanks for our hip-hop talk. No worries, but we'll be back tomorrow.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, though.
Friday back.
Much love, guys.
For those who's been around, we started out on Friday. It's our year anniversary as of the 25th, which just passed, and we're starting back Fridays tomorrow. So thanks for being with us, man. Oh, Kaylee just came in, the token white girl. Yay! She has our slideshow from, you've been working out? Your ass looking real tight. Bow! Okay! I'm trying to get like that for the summer. Bye, Andrea. Love you. Be safe. Give me all the details, girl.
Stop playing. So fun. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, Kaylee. It's like hi and bye.
Anybody want to give us a call? 323-965-1600. Give us a call. So again, yeah, we gonna play that right now. Bye. We got a clip that Kaylee made, a little slideshow from clips from this past weekend. Why am I going blank? I need to eat. There has to be a point in time when you're gonna listen to the voices that says, today I'm gonna take that stand.
Why y'all doing here? You good? I like it. It's only be that one gangster that don't want to laugh. People like, you fucking good, dog. I had friends that was in gangs. I would take friends that was in gangs, and I was part of a clique. They were like, hey, Chris, we about to be Bloods. And then that's when I was like, who about to be Bloods?
All the material stuff that I chased and gave my life for, it began to vanish. Guess who's there? My mother. The very person that used to tell me God always had a voice in my ear.
That's right.
But the devil had a voice in my ear too. And I tend to listen to his voice over her voice. And guess what happened? Because I ignored her voice. But God didn't ignore her prayer.
That's right. That's right.
The funniest thing is when the pastor said, can I get everybody to stand up? There was some guard in the back.
So the judge told me to look outside. He said, you see that tree out there, that little tree? I was like, yeah. He said, when you go home, that'll be a big tree. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing out the window like, that's a little tree.
Change your mind and you'll change your day. If you change enough days, your life will change. And I say that because I ended up buying my mom a house. Even though she put me through all this drama and trauma, I ended up buying her a house. It was my way to say, shut up. It was my way to say, you know what? You said I was gonna be nothing. You said I was just some skank and some hoe and stupid and retarded and it wasn't gonna be nothing. My dad told me I wasn't gonna be better than him. This was my way to say, you know what? Screw you guys. I am better than you.
One thing about gas stations, I hate getting stuck behind thugs because thugs be the worst people to get stuck behind because y'all know thugs are so indecisive. If a thug was at the gas station with Denzel, he'd be up there like, hey, my dude, Let me get some.
You all should say you don't need somebody to take more time to go to bed, do you? You don't need somebody to tell you what to eat. You know what the fuck you want to eat, right? Is that right? You don't need no staff telling you what to wear because you like to wear Jordans. Is that right? That's what's up. Well, stay your dumb ass out of jail, man. But y'all believe me when I say you can fuck bitches and get money without doing crime, man. There you go. Go ahead, say it again. You can fuck bitches and get money without doing crime. Can I get an amen?
Oh my God, I'm still waiting for them to call me in. I'm still waiting for them to Slink.
Yeah, that was funny.
We're back, you guys.
Also, Nick, before I forget, Nick, if y'all do the Instagram version, please send me the clip and tag me to that.
Okay.
There we go.
Definitely. We got my cousin Red. Shout out to Reggie Rieger. He's doing making the production out of it. So you guys right. Yeah, we gonna have something up on the YouTube eventually. Just look out for it. But yeah, that's what we did this past weekend. You guys stand up in the halls at Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall. Just motivational speaking and comedy for them. They still talking about the laughs. They still talking about what they got out of it. It was funny because some of them didn't realize it was me till today. Like, that was you. Yeah, in the uniform, I clean up differently than that uniform.
That's funny.
I have makeup stains on my uniform today. I had salad I didn't dropped all in my lap. Yeah, I'm a little sloppy sometimes. But it was a good event, man. Like, how did you feel about the event?
Me personally, again, I just thank God for the opportunity. Because just hearing you say, you know, how they're still, I know what it is to go in that cell and that door lock, and you in there by yourself, and he's looking up at the ceiling, just hoping time, hurry up. So for them to have something positive to think about, one thing I noticed when we went in the housing unit, only a few of them had visits.
Yeah, a couple of you guys did go in there.
And only a few of them had visits. So the rest of them was sitting around, and maybe they never get a visit. So we visited them, you know what I mean? And we left an impact.
Yeah.
We left something other than what they have received from the hood. Because now reality is setting in.
Yeah.
The friends are gone. The letters are not coming. No money is coming. You know, and at a young age, they really don't understand. So when somebody come and pour something good into their life, that's something that they can hold on to. So I just thank God that he put us all together. And my prayer is that this is just the beginning, that it will just go full speed ahead, because you don't know how many youth can be impacted by such a program as this.
Shout out to everybody that donated. We had curl hair products. They donated.
Yeah.
Man, life size. Like, I mean, staff was calling me talking about, hey, you got some more of that? Hey, that's not for y'all. That's for the kids. But they gave us a lot. We had Janice Pest Management gave us some stuff. Man, anybody that still wants to give, go ahead. Like, DM me. We'll set it up, because all I gotta do is pass it out to them and give them to them. Some people have been they've been asking for your book, so you brought me a few more copies today to give out to them. So it was great. It's not my first. I can't see it as being my first. It was something I always wanted to do. Growing up knowing even beforehand that I knew I wanted to be able to talk to kids. I just didn't know on what level it would be.
Yes.
Would have never thought it was this level. You know what I mean? Coming from West Covina, you know, I'm a little uppity. I'm not uppity, but, you know what I mean, my mama hood. But we grew up in West Covina. It's a well-off, you know, city. So when you think, I've seen all types of walks of life where I grew up, and when you see some people choose one path and other people choose other, I was there where I could have chose either way.
Yes.
But I decided I like that they go on vacation for the summers.
Right.
I like that they have nice cars, and I like the pride that came from, you know, my friends that I had whose parents were professionals, and who parents encouraged them, and I knew that's just, I don't have that per se, so how can I give it when I grow up? And that's how I was able to do it. I can't believe it Yeah, these are things I prayed for. That's so funny. That was another meme I seen today. It's funny when I realize I have the things I have today I prayed for.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
When you realize it's here. Man, London, what's going on with our heads up this week before we get up out of here's last 15?
One of the interesting things, I'm sure everyone's been keeping up with it, man, but if you haven't, there's been riots in the city of Baltimore, which have these riots have come from, again, just one of those another case of police brutality, and there's a death of Freddie Gray while he was in the custody of law enforcement. And so one of the things that I've been gathering from social media is that some people feel like rioting doesn't do anything, and some people feel that in order to be heard, rioting and burning up things is the way to at least get people to listen. So my question to you guys was, how do you guys stand? Where do you guys stand with the rioting? Because what's interesting is just that I see more people, kind of like more up in arms about the buildings than the actual core of it, which is like these black lives, that cannot be rebuilt and funded, and brought back and that kind of thing. But also on the same end of that, I agree that, like, I don't know if necessarily that burning down the buildings is the best way. But my question I've been posing, is like, what are we to do? Because they was asking in the 60s, they was asking, Martin Luther King, and then we tried the peace, and yet the results ain't been. So I was like, well, what do you guys think? I mean, how do you guys feel about the things burning? Do you feel like, hey, that's what we need to do to get some action? Or do you feel like maybe there's a better way that we haven't figured out yet?
I mean, I feel like rioting makes us look just like the animals they think we are anyways. So if that's what you want to do, then that's how I feel you're doing it. Go ahead, keep doing it. That's what they think of us anyways. They think we're unruly. They think we're uncivilized. We're not smart. We do stuff like this. So, thank you. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I don't know. The only thing I can imagine changing anything is us being more active in our own communities. That's the only way I see anything changing, is being more active and stop being the ones complaining about what you don't like. Yes, we know these people are in positions of power. We've been knew they were in positions of power. So why aren't we trying to be there so that we can counteract? I'm just going to continue to say it. Like, I'm sorry. Right. And they're going to like, well, I don't want to be a cop. Okay, well, then be something that's going to have you be more active in your community. Right. Because if you guys can put this much effort towards police brutality, I want this effort in every injustice that's going on in your communities. Every community. Right. If you can go make this type of stand for police brutality, why aren't we making that when it's our own killing each other? I'm not taking away from saying it's right, but when we're not encouraging to even go to school, to even finish high school, when we're not even encouraging to go to college, when we're not encouraging just to get out of the hustle life mentality. I saw a meme today. Dang, the meme's been good today. Good job, Instagram. It was like Jay-Z saying basically like, we were so bent on getting out. We forgot we was trying to get out the hood. People want to be so hood, you forgot we supposed to be trying to get up out of it. And you're just accepting it. That's just the way I look at it. We have to be more active in our communities and changing our communities. And if we're a part of problems in our own communities, that's what it's going to be. Comedian Pretty Ricky said it when she was here. We used to know the cops in our communities. Right. Well, now people don't want to be cops anymore because we have so much in television and music and everything else that says fuck the cops, or I don't want to be a part of the cops. It makes it where you've separated, so why would I want to be a part of that? I can be a part of this in our community instead of that. I don't know. I mean, that's the only way I can see anything being changed, is we have to get there. Right. And we have to want to be there. We can't keep complaining about what's happening for us. I can't keep complaining about where I'm at in life and I'm not trying to change it. Yes. So we can't keep complaining about where you think the government is and you're not trying to get in government positions. We can't keep, if they're the problem, right? That's what everybody keeps saying, they're the problem, then why aren't we trying to get there? Right.
Right. Get inside, infiltrate, and create some new situations. That's why I was like, the only thing about the rioting after all the flames put down, and my only concern, if I could talk to them, which was my next question, is if you did have a platform and they had a little, I don't know, some kind of stage in the middle of all of that, what would you guys say to the people? And I think the thing that I would say is that, or the question I would raise to them is just that, okay, now, all right, now all the flames have been put out. You guys, you do know that you still have to live and function in this same community. And not that I believe that it's theirs, in the sense of, because that's another thing that came up, which was that, they feel like they're burning their communities. But again, a lot of times people don't feel like it's their community.
They don't own anything.
They don't own anything
but
there.
Again, why are we trying to? Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Get into the core of that stuff, and try, like you said, get into the core which is to put up those black businesses and really get in there and take some sort of ownership on some sort of level. But then that's why they're burning stuff down. But like I said, I was like, hey, you guys, once those flames are down, where are you guys gonna go? But then there was a black side of me, was just like, the other side of me was just like, if you're gonna burn something, why don't do it where you live? You go up the hill.
How about,
not that nobody should burn anything.
And nobody should burn anything. I'm just saying what would make sense to me if I was on your side with it. Your problem was with the police department. Why haven't y'all tried to mess up that building? Why are you burning down mom and pops? Because was it Targets? Was it Targets that were hit? I mean, what for real stores were hit?
Yeah, I know CVS was one of those. Ones.
Okay, so CVS, you need your. I mean, I had an allergic reaction at work the other day. I had a piece of some cake that had a raspberry in it. Almost scratched my skin off if I could have. Thank God the homie had some Benadryl at work and popped that within 20 minutes. I started calming down. So you burned down your CVS. Y'all might need. I mean, I need my inhalers. But I'm saying I'm not condoning. I'm not saying. Burn down the police department, burn down the corporate. I'm saying if that's the problem you have the problem with, wouldn't that make more sense? But come on, right? Burn down the police department. That's what the problem you have with, right? Not CVS, not Domino's Pizza.
I do hope overall, man, that something has to give, man. I don't know if that's Hillary coming into office or what that is. We have to talk about that because I know she's up and running. But the core issue, man, is just this thing of somebody has. We need the people we need people held accountable. We need people held accountable because there's too many just slaps on the wrist and not even that. A lot of times,
yeah, very much so.
Race is an issue in our country. The last 3 riots we've had in Los Angeles have been over race, and so we got to get to the core issues of that, and not, because I know a lot of people are probably bothered by all the memes that are addressing these issues, but I think because they feel like we're upsetting the mythical, majestical ideas that things are okay because we have Barack in office, but race is still an issue.
Well, that's all they thought. Oh, he's there, so that's gonna mean something. Well, he's there because he feels a certain way about certain issues. And once you started seeing how he felt about certain issues, then they wasn't on Barack's side neither. We can't just be following each other because we're black. Yeah. I told my mom one time, I was like, I'm not gonna hold your hand to hell. I'm not gonna follow your ways because you're my mom. You know what I mean? We can't just follow each other because we black. I don't just go watch movies because it's black. If it has a good plot that catches, I don't like going to the movies, period. But if it catches something that catches my eye to make me want to go, then I'm gonna go watch it. Otherwise, I'm not just following just because it's that. I don't even know why. And a lot of them was youngsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the mama hitting on her son.
She got him.
For real, mama was fly too, didn't?
That's what I can appreciate. I was like,
I'm
so
she
glad.
Looked good. Thank you for looking good.
I appreciate that so much. I was like, man, she not out there with a robe and some rollers. I was like,
she came from work somewhere.
Came from work, and that's her only son, and that's a mom's reaction. You got to do what you got to do.
But you got to have that, because
yeah,
in that situation, he could have got himself killed. Let's be in all honesty.
Easy.
with what was happening. I don't even know if half the young people out there even know why they're out there. You get what I mean?
Right.
Do you even know why you're out there?
Right.
Are you just out there because you following what somebody else said to do? I don't know. Let me know what you're doing, but how did you feel about the mama stepping in? Because I saw a meme about that. They're like talking about the football player was considered not a hero anymore once he beat his kid, and then she beats. White people give this woman the praise for beating her son on live national TV. I'm like, wait a minute, home dude left bruises, deep contusions on this kid,
and the
kid was 4, not a teenager.
It's totally different.
How do you feel about the mom situation?
To me, the whole situation, I see the frustration, but I also know that the solution is not the violent route.
Okay, yeah.
Because one thing I took from Martin Luther King during his time, and a lot of people didn't understand, was his nonviolent approach. But in his nonviolent approach, a lot got done.
Yes, very much.
A lot of change came about. Right now, the best thing we have is social media. When sad to say, when the youth are getting gunned down by the police can't say no more, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we seeing it. So we know that the system is not fair in a sense of, you can put us away for life, you can tell us not to hit our children and stuff like that, but you can gun them down in the streets. But at the same time, we have to realize as a people, where is the unity within ourselves?
Right.
Where are the leaders that's supposed to be speaking? Instead of everybody behind closed doors trying to get some bills passed to get some kickbacks, we need some leaders to step up and say, hey, enough is enough. And what happens is we don't have that. We don't have that strong leadership that can say, a lot of people say we have a black president. Yes, but we still got the same mindset. So what good does that do for us to have a black president that's got his house in order, but we have the same old mindset, gunning one another down in the streets and doing the things that we're doing? So we have to change our mind and let our mind be transformed, and then step into a new zone and say, listen, this is what we're about now. Burning it down, guess what? That's not going to change nothing. It's just going to say, see, I told you they were animals.
Right.
But if you can march and protest and show that you can do it in decency and order, that's power. And they're afraid of power. Guess what? Change to bring about. Why not boycott? Why not boycott certain things? And bet you when you start tapping into the money the right way, oh, they'll listen then.
Hold it. Now I gotta look at your camera. That is a great solution.
Come on.
I've been posing that. We've been trying to figure out what is a great way, as opposed to writing that boycotted. That's a great one right there.
When they boycotted the buses, guess what them folks did? We didn't know they were spending that much money. Let's go back and rethink this.
What do you think we could boycott that would make a difference today?
I would take the biggest chain, right? The biggest money consumer, and start there. And everybody on social media and everything, cry out, and just see what a difference a day makes. And when you show the authority and the control that you have in that sense, the people that's really pushing the strings behind closed doors, they'll take notice. But when we react in a way that they already expecting us to react, we're not gonna get the results that we're looking for.
We need the boycott. That's a great idea. I had thought.
I mean, they tried to do it for Black Friday. I mean, again, when you don't have,
you have to have an agenda, though.
You have to have.
You have to have an agenda.
It can't just be like, you know what? No. We're not buying swishers for the week. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, I just don't have enough faith. Hey, we gon' nobody got mad when they were talking about how much Jordan is making off of our shoes and how much making off of his shoes. You're not gonna boycott Jordan. I don't have enough faith in that's what in us to do that. Yes. We want to do what we're doing right now.
You know what?
We want to yell and I'm gonna be louder than you because you're gonna listen to me. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do.
I think this is where hip hop.
Come on.
Has the voice. This is where they have the voice and the platforms. Like, as far because people say there aren't any leaders, and people may feel like the Al Sharpes and some of these guys are a little older.
Leaders.
But we know for sure in hip hop, old or young, people are messing with music and hip hop in particular. But that would be. I mean, you need someone.
You got to change the mindset. It was already
That's
said. You got to change the mindset. And when I'm putting out music because I'm trying to make money anyways, I can give a hell about what y'all talking about. I can. Right now, if I say F the police, because that's where everybody else is at, and that's what's going to put money in my pockets, that's what I'm going to do. It takes a strong enough person to step outside of what's common to be like, you know what, I'm tired of this, and I have enough people listening that maybe if I use my platform, we love Common. It's great that y'all won the award, but it still is not changing anything as far as I'm concerned. You have to change the mindset, and it has to come. That's why I even brought in, you got to bring in, it got to be someone that people of this age time that looks up to right now, to be like, you know what, this is what I'm tired of, and I'm gonna stand up. I know my music is like this, but maybe I'm gonna change it that way. That's what Tupac started to do.
And look what they did.
And look what happened. You guys, before we get up out of here, is that a call? Let's get this call before we get up out of here. Thanks for calling Nika Simone Show. It's Nika Simone. Who are we speaking with? Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's Nika Simone. Who we speaking with?
It's Jamie Ray, girl.
What's going on, Jam? How you
feeling? I'm sitting here watching, of course, and just listening. And I always you know me.
Yes.
I think the first thing that people need, or we can do, and everyone who's on board and has the same type of point of view or a like point of view, first of all, they need to all get together. Secondly, just keep doing what you're doing, as putting on shows to motivate people, because it's sad, but there's a lot of people that have no hope, like you just said. I don't have enough faith in the people to think that would even happen. Like, oh, nobody's going to boycott Jordans. I think it's sad because a lot of people don't have no hope or no faith anymore. And I think it starts there. Once you start motivating people, then it spreads. People can see love, feel the type of energy, but you can't expect a whole bunch of people who, for one, are lost mentally themselves, get together, because this is the result. Rioting, burning, counted, and people, like you said, people are out there in the streets and they don't even know what they're out there for.
The right like-minded people have to get together to put on these things. It can't just be. It can't be a mass hysteria. It can't be emotionally driven.
People are serious. Like, the first thing people need to do is figure out who they are, and a lot of people ain't gonna figure that out until they get into the word. That's the first thing.
Say it.
Like, you need to know who you are and understand things about you, so that you're not spreading the the wrong message like that dude did to you. Obviously, someone told him what he told you about the kids, and that's the result of that. Like, this guy, obviously, it seems like he's still wounded, and he's out there spreading negativity. And it's sad because there's more of that than there is more people that are like you, like, oh, I want to give back, or a lot of people that are out there doing that.
Yeah.
Until that happens and people figure out who they are, like, everyone's so quick to follow, hop on trends. Like, no one knows who they are, and no one's even living really in reality these days either.
The false reality. We talked about that earlier. Thanks, Jam, for calling in, man. We got to get up out of here. I love you.
Yeah. Everybody have a good night. I'm proud of everyone that came through and helped out. You guys are dope.
Thanks,
the best thing for, in order for people to relate, I think it's a good thing for a pastor to have gone through stuff, because then that lets you know what?
Right.
It's real. He's not just some guy up here trying to pound something into me.
Amen.
And he doesn't understand what I'm going through. It's easy for somebody to connect on that level, and that helps too.
People got to step up and do our parts, and we got to be faces that people know. I see myself in them. I was there. I saw that face right there. Let me tell you what I did when I went through the situation. So they're more believable stories, and then you want people to follow those type of leads, because everybody can't be Chiefs, but we need them Indians. We need the followers, and especially if you're doing the right things, we definitely need them followers so that they can go get their followers and then build better followers, and it's supposed to spread like that, not like running in the streets burning up stuff. Thanks for calling, Jam. Man, we got to get up out of here. Pastor. Where can we find you? Thanks again for coming through. I appreciate you for this weekend as well. We'll still be in touch about everything else. Gotcha. Where can we find you at?
You can find me at kingdomtainment.com. You can order the book, kingdomtainment.com. I also assistant pastor over at Gospel Truth Church on 84th in Normandy. My wife and I do motivational speaking in Compton at the school. We're looking forward to going into the juvenile halls. And we're here at RMC Gospel on Sundays at 6:30 and talking with the Barretts, and it's just a blessing. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Michael Barrett, and God bless you. And I just thank you for the opportunity to be around so many great men and women that's pushing an agenda for change.
Yes.
You know, that's what I'm about.
Thank you again. London, you got anything coming up this weekend?
You guys go to my website, IamLondonBrown.com. I'm going to put some dates up there tonight. I got to update it. And I guess since it's out, tune in June 21st to catch Ballers on HBO.
You still got enough time to join HBO. I'm gonna join around that time.
Right, right, absolutely.
Cause it's expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely joining so I can see you, man. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Man, you guys make sure you tune into Nika Simone's show. Actually, we're moving to Fridays. Tune in tomorrow night, 10 to 11:30 p.m. And from there forth, every Friday. We're back on Fridays. Man, is that it? Follow me at the Nika Simone, TheNikaSimone. See you next week. Bye. Welcome, everybody. What's up? I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I'm Nika Simone. I am your host, Nika Simone. Welcome to the Nika Simone Show. I'm Nika Simone. To the 62 Diva from West Covina.
Lights, camera, action. Welcome to the show. Couldn't leave it alone, cause you know the crew on. You know it don't stop, keep grind to the top. Soon as the beat drop, you know the crew gon' rock. Skills keeps it real, that's the
James
word.
Brown look like old black Chinese woman.
God damn it.
I can't even say it.
It's insane. The West is back.
There's not a better crew. Dream team of radio. Everybody down.
Been here, man.
That's all the water you get. We on a budget in this bitch.
Turn the keys on, let's make this thing go. I like to welcome y'all to the Nika Simone Show. Come on, Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on. Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on. Nika Simone, girl, you got it going on.
ESC and not Sports Center, sexy chest.
Ebola sign. That's what it is. Ebola sign.
See you next week.
Nika Simone Show.
Nika Simone Show.